We hope you're feeling the joy and love we have for you. Mindfulness has become somewhat of a catchphrase for certain individuals. Mindfulness has become somewhat of a catchphrase for certain individuals. It's true that mindfulness isn't a novel concept or method that has been ripped from its Eastern setting and foisted on us. Rather than being another distraction from the genuine concerns at hand, it's not a fad. As a matter of fact, it has been practiced and lived out for thousands of years, known as smriti in Sanskrit, which means to remember or to recall. It relates to the idea that our lives are made up of both good and bad memories. It is possible to see the mind in activity without becoming caught up in its content, which is the goal of mindfulness. Our thoughts and feelings don't have to be our own. Allow the mind's constant chatter to play out without being tied to or engrossed in it. In order to avoid becoming sucked into your own thoughts, it is imperative that you put in the time and effort to do so. Being more aware of what's going on these instances can help us make better decisions about how to respond rather than responding on autopilot. Meditation and other approaches may help us cultivate a state of mindfulness, but it can also be used in the real world. We can better control our emotions if we are more aware of what we are experiencing and thinking, rather than having them dictate our behavior. Through regular practice of mindfulness meditation, one may achieve this. We become less prone to getting caught up in the drama of our thoughts if we learn to watch them rather than empathize with them. It is possible to be in touch with our totality and perceive ourselves as we really are via mindfulness. Seeing things as they are help us return to the here and now. Mindfulness, or samasati, is an antidote to greed, anger, and delusion because it enables us to understand how we keep them in place by unconscious identification with our ideals and emotions. We decrease their influence on us by not succumbing to these damaging states of thinking. When we are aware of our emotions, appetites, and self-doubt, we can perceive what's occurring without becoming swept up in it. This allows us to see what is happening without getting our emotions involved. As we can see, it's nothing more than a fleeting sensation. Present moment awareness is a key component of mindfulness. It's more than simply a mental condition. It's a way of life. It's impossible to define mindfulness since it's just being here and now in a certain manner. In spite of the plethora of definitions, awareness must be experienced and interpreted. As you walk, stand, or sit, you may do this easy activity. Pick a nearby item and pay attention to it. Observe it from all angles. Look at its texture, color, form, and size. You may divert your attention away from the item after you've seen it clearly. Take a glance at it and then let go of the item in your mind in the same way. Focus on the first item again, then switch to another. After a few minutes of doing this, switch to an item that is farthest distance from you and repeat the procedure. Increase the distance between yourself and each subsequent thing gradually. As you practice, your ability to keep your attention on a single subject will increase, as will your capacity to concentrate for longer periods of time. Make the most of your time by focusing on the trip rather than the destination. Mindfulness is a state of awareness that transcends both relaxation and focus. Self-awareness is the capacity to know exactly what we're doing and thinking at any given time. Walking down the street, having a cup of coffee, or listening to music may all be opportunities to practice mindfulness. In order for us to be mindful, we must be alert, attentive, and aware at all times. To practice mindfulness, one must adopt an accepting and non-judgment attitude towards oneself and one's present moment experiences. Openness entails having no expectations of yourself and your experience and no demands that you be different than you are right now. Simply paying attention and being aware of what's going on right now, both inside and around us, is what it means to practice mindfulness. Being attentive allows us to stop dwelling on the past or the future and instead focus on the here and now. We're not judging or assessing anybody here. There is nothing more to it than merely being aware. Without assumptions or biases, mindfulness helps us to perceive things as they really are. Seeing the world through the eyes of a child is a way to see things objectively and truthfully. As a result, it may help us make better decisions in every instance of our lives. It is one of the most essential things we can do for ourselves to develop mindfulness. The capacity to observe and be present with our own lives and experiences. It's more of a manner of being and viewing the world than a thing. Paying attention is generally referred to as a skill, but it's more than that. When we perceive things objectively and compassionately, rather than through the lens of our own emotions and feelings, we may see the world more clearly. The heart of the spirit in Buddhism refers to the practice of being present in the here and now without becoming distracted by thoughts or emotions. It's about being aware of what we're doing and why we're doing it. It's about treating ourselves and other people with respect. Our ability to live intelligently, cheerfully, compassionately, and healthily is aided by this sort of present moment knowledge. This month's energies have been a great source of excitement for you. The Northern Hemisphere solstice is the gloomiest day of the year for many, yet you shone brightly. We were awed by your dedication to this special occasion. It didn't matter whether or not you participated in meditation or ritual. You all felt the waves of transformation, even if you just sat there and gritted your teeth. Certainly, this is a period of profound contemplation, and as the month is gloomy, so are many of your memories. Forgiveness is a wonderful thing to do at this point in your life. The term forgiveness conjures images of self-forgiveness. But we want you to think of something much greater, self-forgiveness, dear friends. In our view, you never exhibited any misbehavior at all. During your time on Earth, you encountered some of the worst circumstances in all of space. Everyone in your near area, including yourself, was doing the best they could. In your hectic life on Earth, you have gained a great deal of wisdom and prepared yourself effectively for the new person you will become. Regardless of what you think you need to forgive yourself for, it's all an illusion. While saying this, we can see some of you holding to the notion that you could have done better, could have tried more, could have been a better person overall. It's time to stop blaming each other, my dear friends. You wear it over your shoulders like a black cloak. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you were able to shed the pounds? Wouldn't it be great if you could let go of all the old lies you keep telling yourself? Self-forgiveness is being sent to you right now. Choosing to embrace it will aid in the removal of these heavy loads. As you make your journey to the new year, imagine yourself discarding everything that is dark, old, and tiresome in order to make room for the new. In the grand scheme of things, you didn't need them. For Gaia's sake, let them float away with the wind. Let the universe take the weight off your shoulders, since you are seen as a vital component of the cosmos. Turn your self-reflection into a fresh beginning. We've noticed you, and we're smitten. From here on out, the days become longer and your frequency climbs, both literally and symbolically. Take a deep breath and imagine the life you want to lead. We stand by your side, lovingly encouraging you to reach out and grab hold of the opportunities that present themselves. Dear friends, it's all here and ready for you, which will guide you to your ultimate goal. My dear friends, as always, we love you deeply and wish for you to have the most abundant and joyous life possible. Have a wonderful day.